Hello everyone, this is coadb.com, or the Coat of Arms database. Today we are going to present the Krause coat of arms. First we have the arms of Adam Krause, a clerk of some sort or the other in Kurmainz, and his brothers Johann, Georg, and Michael Krause received their nobility from Holy Roman Emperor Rudolf II on April 14th, 1598. Next, from Silesia, we have Gottlieb Krause, a merchant in Breslau. He was ennobled on July 7th, 1710. Very similar coat of arms in Silesia for Ferdinand Krause. He was knighted on October 28th, 1729. Another from Pomerania, Karl Georg Wilhelm Krause and Berndt Bogislaus Wilhelm Krause, brothers, were ennobled in Prussia on January 19, 1787. Another from Pomerania for Gottlieb Ferdinand Krause, who was ennobled in Prussia on January 17, 1816. Krause die Bend Leben in Schwarzburg-Sondershausen. Wilhelm Krause came from a respected Brunswick merchant family and bought the estate of Bendelben and was ennobled by the Prince of Schwarzburg in 1855. A family from Halle in a city in central Germany. Christoph Krause, born 1600, was an attorney, and he had son Augustin Krause, who died in 1621, and grandson Augustin Krause, who died in 1587. It says that they descended from Simon Krause, who I believe lived in the 13th century and was an owner of a salt works. Another, this I believe was found in the will of Margareta Charlotta Krauss, who died in 1739, the wife of Philip Wilhelm Brösske, the first Reformed pastor in Frankental in Zurich, Switzerland. Another for a family who descended from a family in Neumark, Bavaria, that owned property in the Dromberg district, primarily Zetzen and Falkenberg during the 16th and 17th centuries. One of the last owners of the property was Otto Friedrich von Krause in 1713. Coat of arms was also borne by Karl Amadeus Krause, who was ennobled in Prussia on July 22, 1888. Krause von Ehrenfeld. Andreas Traugott Krause, mayor of Medias in Romania, was ennobled with the predicate von Ehrenfeld on February 18, 1814, as was his younger brother, Johann Gottlieb Krause, on January 17, 1823. The family descended from Adam Krause, who immigrated from Austria to Hermannstadt, a city in Transylvania, Romania, around the year 1550. Coat of arms of Johann Matthaus Krause, former bailiff and mayor of Glatz, who was ennobled in the Kingdom of Bohemia in 1709. Krause von Lublow. Johann Krause de Lublow was ennobled on January 16, 1616. It was also granted to Johann Krause, provisor of Lublau Castle in Poland, on November 18, 1592. Another for Anna Maria Krause, who died in 1700 and lived in Weilheim, Germany. Heinrich Gottlieb Krause, a citizen of Alsfeld in Hesse in 1786, and he was a counselor there in 1810. Hans Krause, granted a coat of arms on January 20th, 1545, and Conrad Krause, citizen and merchant of Nuremberg, was ennobled on September 15th, 1624. Coat of arms borne by Conrad Krause, citizen of Kitzingen in Bavaria, whose son, also named Conrad, who died in 1632, was a wealthy merchant in Nuremberg. Coat of arms was also borne by Georg Krause in 1663 and Johann Daniel Krause, a mayor of some town, and he died in 1753. Another for Johann Krause, who was ennobled on April 28th, 1728. One for Gottfried Krause, merchant in Breslau, as well as the owner of Groß Ausker, a village and landed estate. He was ennobled in the Kingdom of Bohemia in 1710, and his son Ferdinand Krause was elevated in 1729. Paul von Krause, or perhaps Krausenegg, of Lower Austria, a counselor of some sort, was ennobled in 1600 and had his coat of arms improved in 1602. Krause von and zu Krausenfels, Hans Gottfried Krause, who was in the service of Count Joachim Ulrich Slotwada, was ennobled March 7th, 1643, and had his family coat of arms improved with that of the family of Mallisburg. One for Krause von Basel, Switzerland. And one for Krause from Livonia, which is pretty much modern-day Estonia and Latvia, I believe. Wasn't able to find this one. One source mentions an unknown Krause living in Riga in 1846. He had a coat of arms. This might be his, I am not sure. There was also a Elert von Krause, a counselor to the Russian Tsar in the 16th century, who lived in the area, and also Johann Wilhelm von Krause, born in 1757, a Livonia architect, who received nobility in the Order of St. Vladimir in 1809. And if you enjoyed this video and would like to, first, learn who your ancestors were, and second, find out whether or not they owned a coat of arms, please visit us at coadb.com, where we offer professional genealogy research services. Link in the description. Thank you very much.